Hey everybody, welcome to RBL Weekly. I'm your host, Brian Moses. This is a special week. We're shooting our first RBL Present specials, and I have our people here today. We've got Rampage Wesley, a Bay Area comic now,
Yay.
formerly LA
Hell yeah.
based, and over here Josh Means.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
This is a fun weekend.
Yeah, this is exciting. We've done some self-produced specials before. Ryan Coen, a top 4 battler in the world, all the way from Scotland, and also Jay Light, a future Hall of Famer. He's been on 2 seasons of Roast Battle, and his specials are pretty well. So we reached out to you two.
I mean, given the amount of pot this weekend, it does sound like roached out.
I don't know what's going on. We're in the basement, in the mountains. Everybody's like scary looking white, but they're like the most liberal people you'd ever meet. And by the way, but closet though, you can't say it out loud. Like everybody has a Trump flag, but everybody's just like fucking a trans person out here.
Yeah, it's just Logan with legs.
I'm pretty sure a guy took a shot out of one of your legs last night.
Yeah.
You handed it to him and said, "Drink it."
Yeah,
That's
you
very
did.
possible.
One person at the bar was talking shit. I said, "Oh, I'm disabled." She's like, "No, you're not." I pulled my leg off and just handed it to her and turned around.
Well, but then it got handed around, and one guy put his glass into it, and I looked away because I was like, "I can't witness this."
Yeah, these aren't proud boys out here. These are proud men.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like pride. It's wild out here. There's a lot of drama. We can't get into it because that's not the podcast. We do the top 7 battles in the world. This might be the best week. The commissioner's not here because he's got a lot of responsibilities. You guys love him, and it seems like the industry does too. So Pat's making money right now, so fuck Pat. But I brought another special guest. Logan Farr is here, everybody. There's nobody here. That's all we got. Logan, say something to the people.
I'm just very excited to be here. I get to watch 2 of my best friends do a crazy special. I got to watch them judge and then do other sets. It's been amazing. You've been killing it all weekend, man. And now we get to watch them roast. I'm excited.
All right, cool.
Really hamming it up for the podcast. Saying a lot of evil shit off air, but on air.
We're gonna edit a lot of this out. This is all stream of conscious, but I really just want to talk to you two before we get into the top 7 of the world here.
Yeah.
You guys are shooting your specials. Is this your first specials you guys are shooting?
Yeah.
I've done one before, self-produced special.
Don't,
and then,
first of all, I don't mean Logan.
no, I've got Avery too.
Oh!
We're building a whole group of specials in the Bay Area.
That's how we're winning.
No, the first one I did, I did like a 20-minute special and then a roast of me at the end. So that was very fun. But this one's one I'm actually going to be proud of.
Wow, Josh. Well, we're proud to have you.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, 30 minutes. It feels like that's kind of like, the wave of the future here. We're excited to present you guys for 30 minutes. People don't really get to see you guys' stand-up. What are you guys excited about the most?
I mean, frankly, I'm just excited to reprise my role after as the karaoke queen of Wrightwood. This special is just a speed bump.
Oh, yeah.
To my karaoke career. No, I'm really excited because I feel like I've had a bunch of jokes forever and I need to get them all on tape and then work on new shit after.
Yeah, get rid of some
burn it.
things.
Yeah.
We've been doing this long enough. Let's get rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
A speed bump is what they call an 8-ball here. What are you excited about, Josh?
I'm excited about getting a special out there on the Roast Battle page. I think it's going to do very well. I've watched the other specials you guys have recorded, and they were great.
You think you can do better?
I'm not saying I think I can do better. I'm just saying I think it.
Put your money where your mouth is, Josh. How much?
All right, it'll be better.
Jay Light.
Fuck you, Ryan Colen. Fuck you, Jay Light. I'm coming for your views.
That's our boy. Battle.
And speaking of Ryan Colen, we'll see more on him later. But we talked about the battles. This is top to bottom the best submissions we've had all season. I think ever. We had 15 battles, and I don't think there was a bad one that got submitted. So I'm very excited to go over the top 7 today.
Yeah, you guys have been on the committee before. You guys know what a good battle looks like. Let's just get into them. Let's get into our number 7 battle today, here on RBL Weekly.
Speaking of the RBL specials, everybody, this comes to us from Manchester. We've got Ryan Colen taking on Brendan Fox.
Yes, bro. Ryan looks like if he sneezes too hard, one of his balls will fall off. Ryan grew up on the border between the North and the Republic of Ireland. The only thing less unified than Ireland are the follicles on top of his head.
Brendan lost his virginity when in Switzerland. How did that come about? Work experience in a euthanasia clinic?
Jesus.
He's more dead behind the eyes than the corpses he fucked that day. Brendan's dad suffers from dementia. Lol. Are you sure? Are you just that forgettable? I do think that his dad does have dementia, right? Because it checks out, right? If Brendan's dad didn't forget that Brendan existed every single day, then surely by now he would have taken his own life.
I fucking love Ryan Cullen.
Speaking of lives that should have been taken, when Ryan was a kid, he was shot with an air rifle by a man purely because he was Catholic. Now, Catholic, Protestant, if you see a ghost in your backyard, fucking shoot the cunt. Fine. That's okay. No, we are very thankful he's still here, though, because he's gone on to do a lot of great things, such as he's got a podcast. That's about it at the moment. Nah, Ryan's podcast is called Deep Cuts. It's called Deep Cuts because that's what the listeners do after one episode. They die.
Australia is a country and a continent. Brendan is a cunt and is incontinent. Brendan's accent is so spine-curling for many people in the UK, I'm worried that Hattie might lose the baby. Thank you. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest ecosystem in the world, followed by whatever loads his mum's growler is currently harbouring.
You better fucking vote for me, Harriet. I'll get ya. There's a lot of cool music coming out of Ireland at the moment. Have you guys heard of Kneecap? Yeah. Ryan's starting a rap group of his own. It's called Forehead. They got a lot of good protest songs against the Crown. Specifically about here. That's where he started losing it when he was about. There you go.
Nice. Brendan is a purple belt. I just wish the belt was from a tree and it was your face that was purple. Brendan once shot himself on a school trip to the zoo. It was when the teacher went, "Who the fuck are you?" Yeah. Brendan looks like his post-nut clarity comes in the form of him microwaving his hard drives in tears.
Oh no.
Ryan looks like he's preparing for a movie role where his character dies of AIDS. Now, fun fact about Ryan, he was once fired from being a kayaking instructor because the games he played with the kids caused too many injuries. Now, I don't know how many times you have to tell these people, being molested is a contact sport. You got to get in there.
90% of all sexual assaults on women go unreported because Brendan's so forgettable.
That's so great.
You know, if you meet a person in roast battle that you don't know, we've met like maybe once, you know, I think it was, yeah, like it's hard, you know, because you don't really know them. You ask people about, you know, a little bit of facts about themselves, and I cannot tell you how fucking boring and dull this man's life is. Honestly, I think the only way this guy could be more plain would be if he was working on the 79th floor of the South Tower.
That's a great one.
That would be funny if that happened. That's a topic for another time. I've got another fun fact about Ryan. This man has been hit by 7 cars in his life, and he's been in 2 car accidents. Now, I'm not an expert on these things, but if I was to put a bomb on a car, I would wait till it stopped moving. IRA, more like you are a dumb cunt.
Going to read you some of the facts that Brendan gave me. Any allergies? Blank. Dark secrets? Nothing crazy, to be honest. Fetishes? Pretty vanilla. Food? Burritos. Pet peeve? Rude cunts at work. At a roast battle. It's like trying to roast a fucking shadow, right? So, I've found the lack of ammo. I'm going to just do a couple of jokes and I'm going to roast myself and show how to do it properly. Ryan Cullen is so bald, pale, and deathly, it looks like they've dug up one of Lucy Letby's victims.
Don't fucking 8 Mile me, cunt. Fuck. You dog. Would the real Ryan Cullen please kill himself now?
My last one. Ryan is a comedian and from the border of Northern Ireland, so we can't tell if he's going to blow up on TikTok or in a pub in Warrington. Our boys did a little bit of damage around these parts.
Give it up for these guys, everybody!
Brendan Fox, Ryan Cullen. If that's number 7, this is going to be a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I got to say, we do look like inside the NBA. This is inside the RBL. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. This is Shaq, Kenny the Jet, Chuck. We're having a good time here. That was great, man. I got to say, Brendan Fox, I've seen you a couple times on the countdown. That might be your best performance I've seen. I love how Ryan Cullen can elevate anybody. He's just that good. His skill level makes anybody come to fucking play. And Brendan Fox, holy shit. You had some of the best jokes I've seen all season. I know we're only 2 months in, but that was a most improved battler of the season nomination type performance, I think. Brendan Fox, you're on the radar now. Ryan Cullen, as always, looking like a young old Jeff Ross. I mean, Ryan looks like semen. That's crazy at this point.
It looks like if Jeff put his head on a younger body.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, that was a hell of a performance by both of those guys. Obviously, it made the countdown. Manchester, shout out you guys. Josh, what'd you think about that battle?
Great battle. They both had phenomenal jokes. Ryan's joke about the percentage of sexual assaults going unreported because he's so forgettable. One of my favorite jokes I've heard in a long time. That was great. And for Ryan, 2 weeks ago, James Regal took the lead for most RBL appearances with 13. And then last week, he put it up. He put his lead up to 14. This week, Ryan catching back up to 13.
Yeah, we'll see what happens by the end of the episode.
I wonder how long it takes him to get to 14. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this one. I love watching Ryan. His special was great. He is one of my favorite battlers. He's somebody I would love to fight because I feel like the fat jokes would be incredible, like top notch, like unbeatable. He will be in May fighting in LA. He will be in LA fighting in May. And those battles, I think, are going to be nuts. But honestly, I want to give some credit to his opponent, Brendan, that I know it was goofy, but the IRA, URA joke, that fucking got me. That was great. Especially because, like, the bombing part at the beginning didn't do as good. And then he, like, didn't abandon ship on that joke. He kept at it with the URA asshole. So funny. This was a great battle. And it's number 7.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. The fact that it is number 7 is kind of blowing my mind. Ryan's one of my favorite people to watch because he does what I aspire to do because, like, he's so mean.
Yes.
But so well written. And he does it. He has the stage present with it as well. And that's like that's what I want to aspire to do because he does it better than almost anyone.
So good.
Fox really killed it. That IRA joke had me rolling.
Yes. So good.
That was probably my favorite joke because of how silly it was.
Yes. But also required history knowledge.
Yeah. No, this was great. These guys killed it. Yeah, that was amazing.
It's crazy to hear you say it got you rolling. You have experience with that. No, this was great. Brendan being like a surfer guy from Australia, he's really acclimated to that scene out there. He's been out there a long time. Stepping up against a legend like Ryan, you're right. Ryan might be the best dark joke writer in our league. I mean, like nobody writes a dark joke like Ryan Coen. He's really confident with it. It's like seeing a confident shooter. You know what I mean, Josh? He really, really knows how to sell those jokes as well. That was a hell of a performance. You're right. Just to reiterate, that's Cullen's now. He's the number 2 battler with 13 appearances. Lucky number 13. Only second to James Regal. Will he beat Regal? May happen this episode.
I mean, I'd love to see them fight. I'm sure they probably have at some point, but if they haven't, I would love to see that. But just an example of how dark Ryan's jokes go. There's a joke in his special where he's like, if you're in America, there's a statistical chance that you will be involved in a school shooting as soon as my visa gets approved. It's one of my favorites. It's so good.
I love him so much. There's nobody is likable and just like is going for just like, no, I'm a terrorist. And he'll say it. And you're like, there's no way. You look like
Love
semen.
it.
Like I say, I'll say it again. He really does look like cum. No, that was awesome though. Oh yeah, so Ryan Cullen, Brendan Fox, and number 7. Let's get to number 6. What's number 6, Joshy? We have Austin in the house.
We got Austin.
Now this is interesting. Now, Commish, this is different. Normally they have a deadline for when some of these things can be submitted. Commish is going for something a little different. These submissions get one get out of jail free. Here's the thing. I know you guys haven't seen this, right? A lot of the committee.
No, we have not seen this.
A lot of the
I
committee
did watch
hasn't
this
seen
one.
this.
I did
Okay,
watch
you've seen
this
this one.
one,
Okay.
yeah.
A lot of the committee hasn't seen this one, but a lot of people in the scene in the Roast Battle League were talking about this, specifically down in the South and Southeast. Were saying that Jessica and her opponent really, really killed this. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see why Commish had to get this on at number 6. We got Jessica Matano versus
Alberry.
Let's get it.
All right, you might recognize Alberry as every guy that's called me a fat bitch after I rejected him. Alberry, that sounds like a black man's name, right? Does that sound like a black guy? But you look like you just raise his rent. It gets you every time. Keep doing it.
Guys, I just want to say it's an honor to be here. When Adam asked me to roast Jessica, I was so excited I made a pineapple honey glaze. Yeah. Hey, you know what? It may not seem like it, but Jessica's addicted to fine dining. But that's just because her snout leads her to truffles.
I bet when you eat pussy, you chew with your mouth open, dude.
The only way to eat pussy. Thank you, diabetic Steven Tyler.
Needs more scars.
Hey, Jessica's the world's first full-stack trucker. She's the driver, the prostitute, and the freight.
Oh, yeah. It's the flannel, isn't it, dude? Did you guys know that Al's an animator? Nope, nobody did, huh? He's Austin's own Seth MacFarlane talented. Shit. That's you try saying it fast. Fuck you.
Hey, can we turn the lights down a bit? I'm starting to smell bacon up here.
Starting to smell bacon up here. Doesn't he look like that annoying neighbor that's really weird about his trash cans?
Yeah.
No, I hate to be a bother, but you technically need to be 2 feet away.
Yeah, Jessica's a big Harry Potter fan. In fact, I put the sorting hat on her backstage and said, not Gryffindor, Pepperidge Farm.
All right. First of all, look at this hairy fuck, dude. Look at those eyebrows, dude. He's like if an angry bird crashed the stock market.
Great.
Little fucking knuckle here. You're the reason why the Jews go. Fuck you, you pussy. You look like Tony Stark with an iron deficiency.
All right, hang on. Guys, we gotta move this along. Jessica has a gynecologist appointment at Jiffy Lube. Hey, when Jessica farts in public, remote hill tribes gather for battle.
He's a twink. Am I supposed to have another one?
No, give it up for the Tran, everybody. Make some noise. Let's go.
Make it loud. Sorry, make it loud. What am I doing? Is there a crowd here? That's number 6 on the countdown. That's Austin. Alberry versus Jessica Matano. A last-second submission. This was a badass battle. I see why it was forced in here consensually. Alberry making his debut. I've never seen Al. Big Al, that was an impressive debut. Matano was kind of a legend in her own right, moving down to Austin, kind of doing the Paige Wesley thing, switching cities. That was a lot of fun. Talk about it.
I do want to say I don't think this was like forced in by the commissioner. They just submitted the battle late after the deadline, and Pat okayed it, and you get a get out of jail free card for one late submission.
Yeah.
That's cool. I see why though. That's well worth it.
That's a battle you still submit. That's you challenge the play. That's you're trusting your players. You're challenging the play. That was such a fun battle. I think it was a last minute notice battle too, like for them writing.
They look like friends. I mean, like it seems like they know each other.
Yes.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of, it was some surfacey stuff in there, but it was like they knew, it felt specific. It felt like the essence of them. It was really good.
Jess is one of my favorite Austin battlers. I think she's always funny, and she's kind of one of those people like Ryan Coen who elevate their opponent. I feel like they can get a lot out of them.
Yeah, my first time seeing Al, the Warthog versus Hogwarts. You loved a lot of that. Like
I loved Al. Al was killing it for me.
His theme, calling her, swine. Like you really seem to appreciate that.
I love because he hit it from so many different angles, and I love it when it's not just a you're fat. It's like comparing you. The Pepperidge Farm one is a joke I have made in private to friends with different horrible house names, and I always say I got sorted into waffle, and like it's so fun to do. But I loved seeing it here. I did feel like because this is the first time I saw this, if I was ranking this, I probably would have put Manchester ahead of it, just on the strength of Manchester's joke writing. I also felt like Jessica personality off the charts, but there were a couple jokes that didn't quite hit. Yeah. And so it did feel a little mismatched, which is why I was surprised to find out that this is Big Al's first, because he fucking crushed from top to bottom.
Alberry.
And like Jessica's always amazing, but like he really shines in this battle.
Hey, he looks really good.
Yeah.
What do you think about this one, Logue?
No, I love this one. Jess Matano is one of my favorite people. Watching her roast is always a good thing. Al, from this showing, he's a monster.
Yeah.
This was his first time doing it. Especially against a legend like Jess. Al killed it. His jokes were hilarious. The Pepperidge Farm one really cracked me up.
So fucking funny.
Turning the lights down, it's smelling like bacon up here.
Yes.
Such a creative way to.
So good.
Because you could tell Jess tried like bullying him with personality, and he just had a quick fire on everything. And it was great to see from Al. Great job, man. You killed it.
It's hard to beat someone who is such a personality battler like that, because if they get the crowd on their side, it doesn't matter what you do. You are toast. And so for him to.
Crowd too. It's
Yeah.
They know everything, especially that type shit. Like calling him like, this guy's a fucking pussy. He's pussy with his mouth open.
That's the only way to do it.
She just called him a twink.
Yeah, she called him a twink at one point. But he just stayed in the pocket and told his jokes. Yeah. He let her lose the battle for her, which is hard to do, and he did it. And I actually don't know who won this one. She may have won this one.
I don't know who won
no
either.
clue.
Honestly, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They got the
there's
points.
no losers on this one.
They get 2 points for Austin.
Yeah.
After the 3-week run they had previously, they took a number 1 battle, a number 2 battle, and a number 2 battle. Those are those are some good numbers.
The West is looking strong, man.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for Denver to kind of catch up a little bit, but that Bay Area, that LA, and now Austin, with more submitting and now getting last-second submissions in because they are so good. We need this from them.
I will say there were 15 submissions this week. Denver was the only one who did not submit.
What the fuck, Denver?
I feel like if you're gonna, the West is the one you need to be submitting every week.
I'm missing my Phil Corridor. Give me some Phil Corridor, Denver, please.
I need Adam Gilliland.
Yeah.
I need Jake DePizza.
All right.
Yeah.
And then who else? Oh yeah,
Stonic.
Ashley Ning.
Yes.
Oh yeah, NG Ashley. NG.
Getting the name right.
Well, this is number 5. This is LA. We're
this is
finally
the battle
on the
you were
board.
there for.
Yes.
This is Effie Meadows versus Robin Tran.
Oh my God, the swim meet. SWIMMEAT.
Clap.
Yeah, we're gonna clap on this one because they can't. All right, this is number 5. Effie versus Robin.
Battle!
It's a swim meet. Let's roll.
As you can all very easily tell, Effie is transgender. All right, I thought that was going to get a bigger laugh. Effie spent $10,000 on facial feminization. Effie, you really put the sir in surgery. All right. Go ahead, Effie.
Robin is trans and her last name is Tran, but from the looks of it, she ain't Tran very hard. She identifies as a woman, but her expression's a little bit of everything, everywhere, all at once.
I didn't know you were so funny. All right, that's surprised me. I'm surprised.
I am a man.
I know. Right. Yeah. So Effie once tried to kill herself. Thank you. And a few years later, she came out as trans. Man, this bitch would do anything for attention.
Thank you, Bobby She. Everyone's journey is a little bit different. I transitioned the old-fashioned way with hormones and surgery. Robin transitioned with the Minnie Mouse method, slap a bow on it and call it a girl.
You put effort into that? I mean, I'm mean. I'm the mean one. You spend money on that? I thought this was a roast.
I didn't. I have good insurance.
Okay, Effie once told me that politically she identifies as a Marxist or a Leninist. And also, even though she went to Bible college, she religiously identifies as an atheist. And I said, hey, look, I didn't pay you to talk, okay? So keep sucking my dick and shut the fuck up already.
Robin only talks like that, so they'll still let her order from the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I don't blame her. I would eat there too if it was the only time people looked at me and said, my pleasure. Can you imagine she pulls through the drive-thru and just like, it puts honey mustard on its skin or else it hears my pronouns again.
We were allowed to do like 4 jokes at once. I didn't know the rules. All right, I'm sorry. What was I going to say?
It's okay, sweetie. You'll learn.
Look, I don't care what anyone says about the way Effie looks right now. I think she's going to be so hot when she's burning in hell.
Everyone who meets Robin has one question. Does the carpet match the drapes? The answer is yes. Her pubes are also very obviously a wig. And there's a rumor going around she has a pussy. It's not true. She just gave her dick double eyelid surgery.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, even though my parents barely speak English, they still call her Effie. They look at her and they go, "What the Effie that?"
You know, I was really nervous for this battle. You know, what could I ever say to roast Robin better than my grandfather roasted her grandfather?
Wow, that was mean.
Robin's a woman now, but she still has that dog in her from breakfast.
Number 5. Effie Meadows, Robin Tran, Effie Meadows. I'm saying this might be the best RBL Weekly I've ever had, seen, whatever, all kinds of past tenses. That's crazy. Those are some of the best jokes I've ever heard. Robin Tran is smarter than all of us.
Yes.
I mean, like, obviously genetically, but she's doing this thing right now where she hates the right so much, she's morphing into them and showing them how stupid they are by, like, doing these layered, like, she just did an Asian accent.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. She
like,
fanned it.
She, in a way, like, she knows she can spoof these people, but also, like, in a way, she can live with herself. She did a trans hooker joke. She did all these things that she probably wouldn't do a decade ago, but she's doing now because now she's grown into this, like, I'll do this. I'll be just like you people and show you how much you hate it. And but that she just does it so smoothly, man. That was that was crazy what she did. Because Robin wouldn't do that. She did a trans hooker in a fucking Asian accent. Like, Robin, you just Chinese face. Like, that was incredible. That's a hell of a performance. I mean, Effie obviously had, like, some of the strongest jokes. I mean, obviously, I was saying Ryan Coen and Brendan Fox. That was incredible too. But man, Robin Tran is doing something I think that she's transcending.
If you haven't seen Robin's newest 30, it's incredible. I was there for the taping. It's one of my favorite sets I've ever seen. I have not laughed that hard in a long time. And I think a lot of it is Robin, like, getting to a place both in just her as a person and her comedy where she is so comfortable and chill just with who she is that it frees her up to do so much. Her new thing, because I've watched Robin battle for almost a decade at this point, and pre-pandemic Robin had a very different style of battling. And I feel like she's come back with this very laid back, like, I'm just here to have fun attitude, and including the, like, every once in a while she'll be like, are you allowed to say that? And it's my favorite when she's almost like, that's mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
She had a few of those in this battle.
A few of them.
Have you guys ever seen, like, Venom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's what it feels like. It feels like Robert and Robin are, like, kind of, like, doing their thing right now. And it's perfect because she's like coming from that blog era to, like, because that's what this is mean, and that's like that's bloggy Tran.
It's almost like Jim Gaffigan, like, I don't think you should say that, like that kind of like an energy. But also, I don't want to discount what Effie's doing here. These were incredible jokes. We watched Effie here last night, and she made a joke that I'm still laughing about today, where she said that someone adopted a bunch of dogs, not because he actually wanted pets. They just think he's king of the dogs. And it was exactly what he looked like. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think our fans are watching being like, Effie killed that. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, we're doing PhD talk right now when it comes to roast battle. Clearly, Effie, I mean, like, those are strong, awesome jokes. And, like, we're going to talk about it right now. But I mean, like, we're just saying, like, Robin is just,
to me, I kind of think it's like last season, John Luna and Tom Goss. John Luna went on this run And then Tom Goss
really?
came back. John Luna went on this mobility wheel scoot across RBL and like put up numbers for you guys. Had great battles. I feel like Effie is doing that right now, and I feel like Robin Tran's doing the same thing Tom Goss did, where she's coming back in and she's coming back in full force. Like I'm gonna show these new kids how to do it.
All right, whip these young whippersnappers into shape. Good shit, F. Yeah. Good shit, Robin.
So LA picking up 3 points for the week.
3 points. Look, what do you think about this? These disabled people.
Nah, I loved it. So you guys have obviously got to see Robin more than me. Like I saw her battle with Keith Carey.
Yes, blast.
And then I saw her last one
with Tom.
and then now I'm seeing this. So I don't have the background you guys do. So watching that, it was all new to me. Because I don't know her any different. And so I loved her style. I liked it. I thought Effie crushed, just not having the background on that shit. I loved Effie's jokes. She was killing me.
You would fucking love Robin's special, like 100%.
I'll watch it 100%. She's like, every time I've seen her, she's been hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've been excited to see people come back. Because it's, like you said with Tom Goss, like these veterans are coming back. And they're beating the crap out of people. It's so cool to watch.
It was real rough back in the day. People don't know because there's not a lot of video, but like we be bludgeoning fools.
Robin used to. I mean, my God, yeah. Before Robin. I love that she's back. It's almost like when Tiger Woods found his swing again, and not obviously they're both Asian, but sorry, Robin, to correlate these two things. But honestly, I'm loving seeing this and the confidence she has, and then seeing her post online, just because she is an Eminem type. She's a writer. Like she's like this is a woman who wants to be a hip hop star, and this is kind of her way into it.
If she could be Eminem, she would. That's why they call it window pane, and that's just for you, Robin.
That was awesome. That's number 5. Let's get into the top 4. These are the ones we always get into. These 3 were bonuses, so that was fun. But let's get into the top 4 here.
This one comes to us from Scotland, and it is Jack Trainer taking on, now tying the record with James Regal.
14
Ryan
up,
Coen
Catorce.
making his 14th appearance. And Ryan Coen becomes the 3rd person to ever be featured on an episode twice, joining Shelley Gruenberg from last year and Logan Farr from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into this battle.
This is great. This is Jack Trainer. This is Ryan Coen. These 2 of the best out of Scotland, an Irishman and a Scot.
I'm astounded that this is 4.
Yeah.
This is a hell of a week. This is like an all-star week. I don't think we've never had anything this good. So Ryan, Jack.
You ready, Edinburgh? Say it with me. Let's rise. Fucking, I know I've done that.
Host
That's
is
a fucking
incredible.
catchphrase, isn't it? I know a lot of professional wrestlers suffer a lot in retirement, but the hardest one to take is seeing that the Big Show now has AIDS. Ryan's actually had to print off his jokes because he has difficulty seeing them on his phone, somehow making me the least specky one up here.
It's fucking true.
They say don't get high on your own supply, but it looks like Ryan's been selling his Empic. or as he likes to call it, famine juice.
Jack looks like his first sexual experience was being raped in a pickup truck. Jack looks like he didn't buy enough serum for his Gruffalo transformation. Although the news these days was nothing but war, genocide, and fascism, at least here tonight at Monkey Barrel, we've discovered a new species of rat. It's got a head like a fucking boiled shite. I mean, holy fuck, Jack, you are the most ugly person I have ever seen in my fucking life. I can't tell if I'm looking at a real human or a miscarriage that was crudely stapled onto a mannequin.
I love you too. The last roast we done, Ryan roasted a picture of me and lost.
That was a great one.
This wasn't the only time Ryan's been caught beating off next to a picture of someone much younger than him. Ryan used to run pro-Palestine demonstrations back home. There isn't an end to that, nor is it a roast. I just thought it'd be funny to put online to get him on a sad watch list. Ryan looks like a bouncer for a haunted nightclub.
All right, Molly Ringworm. You can tell a lot about a person by their appearance. For example, you can tell by Jack's haircut that he's met Harvey Price. Jack's a bit of a mong himself. His mum actually found his own rap songs underneath his bed and submitted it to the NHS as proof of more complex learning difficulties. I mean, she's obviously a fucking bit of a tit herself. She could have just brought you. What was your rap name, by the way?
I don't have one yet. I never even got that far. She stifled my career.
Meth man. You look like the closest, Jack, that you've ever been to a black man was at a lynching.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm glad I've got this one for after that. The reason Ryan loves Guinness so much isn't because he's Irish, it's because it supports his skinhead beliefs by being white on top and black at the bottom.
Fucking hell.
Ryan had a cancer removed from his face after finding out he was too old to meet John Cena. Why are you even here tonight? Surely you could have retired from playing all those radiation victims in the Chernobyl series. Why are you even here tonight? Surely you could have retired from playing the sister in My Sister's Keeper.
Okay, Rupert Grunt. Most of Jack's uncles have died via overdose, yet he still turns up. Jack Traynor looks like he restores antique dildo bikes. I can't tell if he's dressed as a porn star or someone who's appeared on Pawn Stars. Jack never passed a single test in his life, which means he may not have a GCSE to his name, but he does have HIV.
Ryan's been accused of sex trafficking at an airport. He came back from Turkey with the same hair and it raised suspicions. I caught Ryan putting up a gig poster with his face on it. I haven't seen an Irishman desecrate a wall like that since Bobby Sands.
Yes!
With Ryan's bald head and these goth judges, this looks like a woke reboot of the Addams Family up here.
Good work. Jack looks like he smokes his pubes recreationally. Jack, you look like your dick is rusted. Fucking hell. You look so Fenian, it looks like you cum rebel songs. Jack looks like he's one beer away from telling you about his alien abduction.
You look like the alien that abducted me.
You have a shite wee dick.
Shite we did.
I don't know why I said that once. Jack's mum actually fell for a pyramid scheme when Jack was 14. Yeah, she thinks aliens made them the fucking...
Ryan looks like one of those hunter-gatherers that's been found by a skier trapped in permafrost. Swing and a miss.
You look like the little fucking out of Ice Age.
Ryan's Irish. I know, I also thought he would get pulled out a wall like one of the Uruk-hai in Lord of the Rings. Ryan's had an ex leave him and move country 3 times. I've actually had to edit this. It turns out it's now 4 times. So Ryan's had an ex leave him and move country 4 times. He's forced more female victims to board planes than Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Jack got awarded a scholarship through university to go study Mandarin in China. He failed because he thought they meant the wee oranges. With that, Jack's actually been to the Wuhan market, which you'd think he'd stick out like a sore thumb in a Chinese market, but then you remember his height. Jack's slag of a grandmother. Jack's slag of a grandmother. Jack's slag of a grandmother was a school janitor. She's caused more underage boys to run in fear for their lives than the Dunblane school shooting. And made his same amount come. That's what I wanted to end on. I like to remind everyone this is actually streamed, so we're both fucked.
Let's give it up for Jack Tran and Ryan Coen, everybody.
Number 4 in the world this week. 2 of the best. The MVP from last season and Ryan Coen. He's got a special on the channel. He was number 3 in the league at one point. I mean, the guy's a top 10 battler all time. He's got the most appearances now, tied with James Regal, 14. 14 in Spanish. What do we think of? I mean, the point getter now. Ryan Coen. You put Ryan Coen, on your team, he's gonna get your points. Jack Trainer, always a favorite. I can't believe this is number 4. What is going to be the top 3? Let's talk to Josh Means.
It's crazy. It's like I said, it's a great week. I mean, you look at the names. You know Ryan Coen. You know Jack Trainer, MVP last year. Like you said, you ran down the numbers, the stats. You would think this would be a number 1 battle, like going in
on paper.
And I mean, that was a number 1 battle performance. They both had great jokes throughout. I had a ton of fun watching this. It felt like I was watching 2 of my cousins bully each other instead of me for once. So that was fun. Ryan's great. Jack's great.
Yeah, they are like a Venn diagram of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really love watching the 2 of them battle because they are 2 opposing styles. I feel like, even though they're still battling in the Scottish style, longer jokes, etc. Because Ryan goes full dark and Jack is like the whimsy king, and I love it. I love the weird, creepy, like silly jokes that Jack does up against the wall of darkness that is Ryan Coen. Yes. This was such a beautiful blending of styles, and I feel like they've battled before. I don't think this is the first time.
Yeah. Oh, it's number 2.
This is number
2.
Yeah,
Before
number 2.
Ryan battled a picture of Jack, because I think Jack
there's
was...
that one.
I think they did battle in
Okay,
person.
so this is the sequel. Okay.
I think so. And I remember loving that battle as well, but so much fun. And yeah, if this is number 4, geez, what is up next?
I mean, it's like basketball with these guys because it's fast break, right? Because they can go on runs. Like there was a run right there where Ryan had just like 3. You're just like, I mean, it was a 3 combo joke, but you're like, that could have stood on its own anywhere,
right? Right.
And they're just like, it's almost a side, so they're just throwing these things out there.
And it's crazy to me that you can have a 3 combo joke when you're doing such a long battle. You know what I mean? When we're doing it like a battle in the Bay or LA, it's 5 jokes, so you try to fit 3 into 1 round because he wrote that many. But when you're doing a 10-minute battle, it's like it's a lot to remember. And
it's endurance, man. They really are like showing you their joke writing skills. I mean, like I said earlier in the podcast that Coen may be the best dark joke writer in the league, and then he just keeps showcasing it. I mean, there was a school shooter joke in there. It was Jack's got AIDS. It's the lynching joke was outstanding. I mean, like you ever sit next to a black guy unless it was at a lynch. I mean,
Brutal.
Ryan Coen, my man.
Brutal.
What kind of trauma do you have?
I mean, so much. The cancer, the bald, the IRA, the URA. I will come out and admit it because Pat has talked about it on a couple episodes. I'm the member of the ranking committee that says this should have been 1 round instead of 3, because so many times we see long battles that don't have the volume of hits that this and Manchester have. That's what I want to see from a long battle. Don't do a long battle just to do a long battle. Do a long battle because you've got the material to fill it. Make it worth the time I spend watching it. And both this week of Ryan's battles showcase why he is the master of that long battle.
Oh, yeah. He's like, it's like a 3-point shootout. I mean, like, he is just at volume. He's just shooting those things. What do you think, Logue?
Nah, you guys already nailed it. Like, I love this battle. I also made me laugh the fact that I found this funny even though I only understood like every other word. And then also it was like the regional references and shit like that, or was just the way they deliver it was funny. I enjoyed it where I'm like, I have no context to this joke, but I still enjoyed it.
Right.
No, they killed it. I love this. I'd watch these guys battle anytime I watch them battle anyone. And the fact that it's number 4 is blowing my mind.
I'm stoked to see them in LA. I'm so excited.
Would you do something like that? Would you go out there and battle?
I would love to do that. I would like.
I'd go. Yeah.
I love it for the challenge because I'm like, for me, I don't write like that. So the challenge of attempting to try and write long form and do that, I think it'd be awesome.
I'll go judge out there. I don't want to write that much.
I only get to write like that when I get hired by other people. So I never get to do it for one that's me getting to deliver it. So I would love the chance to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the number 4 battle in the world, which is crazy. So let's get to the number 3.
I will say really quick before we go to number 3 that not only was this, like, in my opinion, the best, this was also the closest we've ever had. 3 and 4 were tied, had to go to a tiebreaker.
Wow.
5 and 6 also tied.
Really?
3 through 6 only separated by 1 point.
Damn.
Look, it's like the Western Conference, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
NBA
Exactly.
playoffs there. Look at the RBL. Look at the ranking committee. A little inside information there.
Those top 2 battles were a little bit a ways away from everybody else, but 3 through 6 all super close, 1 point away from each
now,
other.
7 through 4 has been pretty good and some pretty legendary battles. I mean, like all these are almost like I would put for Battle of the Year almost. I mean, I've heard some of the jokes I just love. I'm going to remember. They're seared in my brain. Ryan Coen getting a double-double, the 3rd in history along with Shelley Gruenberg and this guy, and now the tied with James Regal for 14 appearances on the countdown. Let's go to number 3 now.
Speaking of James Regal, he is not on this battle, but it does come to us from Barcelona. Barcelona, despite Ryan Colen's heroics this week, Barcelona manages to take number 3 and pick up a half point on Scotland in a week where Coen got 2 battles.
Yeah, and these guys are good, man. This is Stuart Kennedy, Ollie Brussel. Ollie, I think, is the current champion. Stuart is a lawn gnome. Met the guy. He's so fun. I know I'm going to love this battle. Barcelona, you guys are knocking out of the park this season. I apologize for everything I've said about you. It's Stuart Kennedy, Ollie Brussel, Barcelona, number 3.
Battle! 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 All right, ladies and gentlemen, this single-digit sperm count is Ollie. That'll become even funnier later. Ollie's very concerned about his health. Every morning, Ollie has an ice bath, right? Just so he always has an excuse for his tiny cock. Ollie actually spent 15 months trying to get his girlfriend pregnant, right? Which makes a lot of sense when you find out that 14 of those months was both of them just trying to find what his cock is.
We'll say
someone around here.
It's under the belt. No, when we met up, I did have to explain where babies came from to Stuart. So that's. This sentient beanbag is Stuart Kennedy. Stuart looks like he recently discovered static electricity. As you've probably gathered already, Stuart is an alcoholic. But then, you know, you would be too if you had to spend so much time with Stuart.
I love you, kid. This food is Ollie. That's a rough one, that wasn't. Ollie looks like the school bus driver that actually did turn out to be a pedophile at the end. Ollie spent a lot of time growing up in a town called Manly, which I thought was strange because I thought he spent a lot of time growing up in a town called Stupid Annoying Vegan Twat.
I think it's very rich you going after me for my diet, Stuart. Man who thinks ketchup is 5 a day. Stuart looks like he still sleeps in a racing car bed. I don't want to stereotype Stu, but he does look like he talks to his sex dolls in Elvish. And let's be honest, right? This is a guy that paints miniatures. By which I mean he spray tans his dick. Right back at you, motherfucker.
I'd just like to thank Ollie for being here, because he's taken time out from his actual job, which is being the world's tallest hobbit. Yeah. You shall not pass within 100 meters of a school, you dirty bastard. Hey, Ollie, if you're here, who's getting bullied easily by children?
My wife. Stuart looks like you'd have to answer 3 riddles before he'd blow you in a car park.
How much? How long? Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm on
Can I just point this out? Ollie looks like Tom Hanks like 15 minutes into Castaway, and I look like Tom Hanks at the end of Castaway. So that's what we do with here. So Ollie tried for 15 months to get his wife pregnant. That's true. Now, there's another interesting fact about Ollie. He's got 2. The other interesting fact about Ollie is he's also a failed author, right? Ollie has written 4 novels. None of them have ever been published, right? And that really sums up Ollie's life. Just release after release after release. And fucking nothing.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Stuart Kennedy is making a list. He's checking it twice because the alcohol has really fucked his eyesight. Stuart runs a D&D show where he's the dungeon master, or at least that's what the women that have escaped call him.
Listen, look, I may come down a chimney, but at least when I come, I deliver the fucking goods, alright? We're finishing this. So Ollie got dysentery when he was in Egypt, right? Now, dysentery is a disease you get from eating food contaminated with feces, which means that it's not just on stage that he eats shit.
Listen, you may recognise Stuart from the hair in your drain. Stuart looks like his cum stains have cum stains. In an unexpected twist that no one saw coming, Stuart actually hates Star Wars. This is true, right? It's because every time he hears the line, "I am your father," he gets flashbacks of when he lost his virginity.
Oh,
fuck! No introduction. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I only doesn't when I'm trying to do a joke. Just stand here. So, hey, Ollie, he got his girlfriend pregnant. That's my time. No. Ollie got his girlfriend pregnant, and he also loves scuba diving, which means he's not afraid to go deep into a dirty wreck. Fuck, I'll leave it there.
Fucking hell.
She's not here, is she?
No. Please welcome to the stage my pregnant girlfriend. No, she's
With my child.
So, I'm going to reel a few off. Stuart looks like the warning on the back of a packet of cigarettes. Stuart looks like he disguised himself as a sheep to avoid bestiality charges.
Sheep in sheep's clothing. Yeah.
And look, Stuart comes from a small Scottish island, and until he moved to Barcelona, he called dates with women family gatherings.
The number 3 battle in the world comes from Barcelona. Stuart Kennedy versus the champ, Ollie Brussel. Ollie is slowly becoming one of my favorites out there. Obviously, everybody knows I have a crush on Darren Coen as a battler.
Oh, that 40-20 joke, man. That
So
40-20
funny. So
joke.
funny.
So
Yeah.
good.
James Regal, obviously, he's having an MVP-type season. My boy Phil Varney, who's the host out there. Black Esther, Jamie Lerner. I mean, they have so many people who are just becoming monsters out there. Ollie Brussel now is becoming a legend in his own right. Stu Kennedy, though, this is his best performance I've seen. He's been on the countdown a couple times. And I got to say, that end of the round flurry was really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those last 2 or 3 jokes he had were really impressive.
I thought this got a bit of a slow start. I was kind of
gonna say
surprised
that too.
this won the tiebreaker between the two, but it does really pick up at the end. I do love Ollie. His championship battle where he got the belt, incredible. And so this was really, really fun to watch. I think it was just everything was so close this week. Every battle this week would have been number 1 any week last season.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This doesn't compare to like last season, but this is an all-star week. But Ollie, I mean, like we're saying, there's a theme now. Good battlers are kind of carrying the other person to kind of bring their skill level up. So I think we're seeing great jokes, dominant jokes on both sides. Some real haymakers and slug jokes on both sides.
Yeah.
All timers even. What do you think about this page?
I do think you have to be careful when you have battlers of mismatched skill, I would say, because it can look really one-sided. This did not. This looked pretty even, which is great. And this is a great way to take a battler who is maybe coming up and honing their skills and kind of push them to sharpen it, to write for someone they know is going to come at them hard. I know when I was coming up, for a while I had a motto of I would not battle anyone that I did not think could beat me. Like, I had to be potentially able to lose in order to even take the battle. And I feel like if you're a battler trying to get better, you have to do that. Stop battling just your easy friends. Stop battling new people. Challenge yourself with hard people. And I feel like that's kind of what we're seeing here a little bit. I do really like this. I kind of still prefer Trainer and Cullen, but
I hear you.
Bias, but this is still a great battle, and Barcelona's having a hell of a season.
There's some name wreck in the last one, but I'll say this about this battle. And what you're saying, Tony Hinchcliffe and Ashley Barnhill used to say that a lot. Like, they'll take anybody kind of a thing, or you should take anybody because it's getting practice. It's like stand-up. You got to do it just to get better. So I understand that. But I like that dynamic of like, no, I only play ball if there's like ballers out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This wasn't different. I feel like Stu was kind of leaning into old school, roast battle stuff of, all right, looks like a pedophile. He's kind of like, use some training wheels. But then towards the end, it was like he got into like under the surface with Ollie, and I really, really dug that part. And that's, you're your legends like Mike Lawrence say that, like, if you can get below the surface, you're really going to start, our ears are going to perk up, we've heard all the pedophile jokes, and Ollie obviously looks like everything Stu was saying, but at the end there, that, like, you just keep releasing, it's just like, whoa,
Write the joke they've never heard before.
Yes.
I felt that way about James Regal's page 404, or like 404 page not found joke. Every once in a while, someone comes up with something that I'm like, I've never heard that. I'm mad I didn't think about it. That's the joke you want to write for everybody.
Yeah, and that might be one of, like, the rebuttals of the year of just like, well, at least when I come down the chimney, I deliver the goods. That is like, and man, you don't always see a battler kind of get rattled, but I did see Ollie, like, he took a step back, was like, that's
great.
me. You're saying my cum is fucking weak, but Logan.
I love that. It looks like your cum stains have cum stains.
That
was such a good joke. It really felt like someone was battling his dad at the bar.
Yes.
And his dad, like,
Yes.
But his dad had game. Like, okay.
Yeah.
No, this was a lot of fun. I like this one, but I do agree. I think the other one should have won this place.
Yeah.
I just liked it more. I love this one, but it was just. It was a slower start. It ended really good, but I thought the other one was just more consistent. Still love this battle. These guys killed it. One of you guys said it earlier. He looks like a troll, and it cracked me up to no end.
Oh, it was. He has to ask you three. Garden gnome. But then the 3 riddles to blow you under a bridge.
So funny.
But even just that opener of, like, the static electricity jokes, fucking hilarious.
That was great.
So
Barcelona, Barcelona going on a huge run, extending their lead in the International West. They've got some of my favorite battlers. We just met Black Esther last night.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to call her Black Esther?
No,
or does it
you're
have to be
not,
Black
actually.
Esther?
Yeah, the hard R is wild. But yeah, no, that they have a squad now. I think I was talking a lot of trash, and they've documented it. Sorry, Barcelona, but you guys are really, really, really good now. You guys have a core group of players out there: Ollie Brussels, Stu Kennedy,
former roommate James Regal.
James Regal. Yeah.
They're
Jamie.
Currently second in the league, the entire league right now in
They're
points.
Number two.
Number
Look at Barcelona.
I know, crushing it. But I feel like this
Week
is a
7.
testament to one of the what we would believe to be smaller teams embracing who they are as a team.
Moneyball,
right?
baby.
Yeah. Moneyball, we know it.
Yeah,
like,
you want to talk about number one team?
Moneyball.
Come on, you guys.
But
I forgot you guys are all big.
But think about the thing about the Bay is, like, we're all big targets. We're all kind of island of misfit toys.
Some bigger than others.
Some bigger than others. But we love playing as a team. There's really a team mentality in the Bay. Barcelona has it too. Tokyo has it too.
Absolutely.
This kind of like, we're small but scrappy. And we can still do this, and we can play together and make this the best it could be. Barcelona doesn't have anywhere near as deep of a bench as the larger cities do.
Right.
So the fact that they've done this with a smaller amount of battlers who have only been doing it for 3 or 4 years max, incredible. They're having a great run.
This is a joke writing factory, but yes, this does look like a Dust Bowl era couple. You guys, and this is your
Just
son over
standing with
here
a pitchfork.
who plows the field.
Yeah,
it's just dust, Paul.
He works in the factory. That's
All
where he lost
Bay
him.
battlers look slightly related. I don't know if you noticed.
The weird and wonderful whites, because Oakland, we can't go over there.
Yeah, wild, wonderful whites. Y'all got fajitas?
All right, that was number 3. Barcelona, you're killing it this season.
Two
sorry,
more
I'm making more
battles.
crow with you guys. Let's get to number 2. All the way to the Midwest. Probably the most consistent next to New York is Chicago.
This comes from the semifinals of their tournament. This is Hannah Beck versus Tori Ward.
Yeah, and Tori Ward, first in the league in fantasy points, and she still is available. Oh my gosh, we'll get into that after this battle. Let's get into it right now.
Tori, we'll get into this after. Yeah.
Hannah Beck, Tori Ward.
Okay, this is a mean one. Okay.
Yeah.
Hannah used to protest against Planned Parenthood. I know. Which is a bold move for someone with a face that looks like it was shaped by a coat hanger.
Oh my God. That is brutal.
Pan over to her face.
Look, the camera crew doing her wrong. Chris, that was me.
Thank you, lumpy Jennifer Coolidge. Tori looks like a pervy teacher, but she never gets caught because the students don't want to fuck her.
Every time she does this, it's almost like she's like, do I? It's great.
Hannah neighs when she comes.
Yes, bitch! and you don't even tag that one, just drop it and run. Incredible. Incredible. The longer she waits, the more we see it. That's you like get a joke out, girl, please.
I'm the only one of us up here who is coming during sex.
Okay.
Tori actually looks like the poly girlfriend on Twitter that's like looking for a bisexual unicorn. Tori, women don't want to fuck you either.
Hannah's parents used to hit her. Ha ha. I don't know what they used when they did it. I'm guessing a riding crop.
Oh, yes. Fuck, I love that.
Thank you, Cracker Barrel waitress Barbie. Tori dates men, which is surprising because we look like we're on the same softball team. I don't know if you see her work boots, but Tori looks like she would eat me out through her catcher's mask.
All right, come back, girl. Yes.
Yeah, I would.
That's the yes and. She should have neighed. Yeah.
Hannah is gluten intolerant, which is ironic because she was raised in bread.
That's crazy because Tori's actually built like a trailer park grew up to be a real girl.
Last joke.
Oh boy, okay. Hannah was raised creationist, so she doesn't believe in Stegosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, or her own clitoris. To be fair, it might not exist. No one's seen it.
I am very familiar with the touch of a woman. The last thing that's touched Tori is the tism. Tori actually looks like the clickbait image on an article titled "How Birth Control Ruined My Body." I know we're both fat, but I think I give more Pixar mom and she gives secretary hips. Thank you.
Give it up for them, everybody.
Yes, Give it up for them.
Yes,
Tori Ward,
yes.
Hannah Beck, that was awesome. I can see why it beat out everybody to be number 2 at least this week. I don't even know what number 1 is. I'm so excited. I got out of my chair for that battle. That was incredible.
That was so fun.
Hannah's catcher's mitt. I mean, like, honestly, Tori looks like a catcher's mitt, which is crazy.
Yeah.
She's got the brown with the stripes on. Now I can't see that. But I mean,
Nays when she comes. Nays when she comes.
That's one you're not going to forget.
Yes.
There's a lot. Her first 3 were just, I mean, anybody should, I mean, I would have walked off the stage and been like, I can't beat this.
Oh,
yeah, I
for
will
a
say.
second at Nays when she comes, I thought she was going to be like, never mind.
I will say that it was a little weird for me because Hannah was taking so long to tell her next joke that it was like, I get that the laughs are going and you don't want to step on the laughs, whatever, but you got to get something out there. And it seemed like she was truly stunned. And then
you got to take those laughs and make them yours at a certain point.
Like you were saying about Tori during, we were watching the battle, you were saying, she yes ands very well.
Yeah.
And she just knows her character so well. I mean, just standing there looking like a Kathy comic, just smiling and just, right, guys?
There are 2 things that Tori does incredibly well, and Logan pointed one out. So when it said Nays when she comes, and she took forever to be like, I come, whatever. She could have just neighed. She would have gotten the laugh off of that. You have to be willing to sometimes yes and somebody's joke to get the laugh. And then Tori did the opposite later in the battle where she just yes anded a joke and got an extra laugh off of it. The other thing Tori does incredibly well is word economy. She's not using any words she does not need to use. And Hannah, sometimes some of those jokes could have been tighter and faster because you can't battle someone like Tori slow. Not when she's hitting you with like Nays when she comes. That's less than 5 words.
Yes.
You gotta be fast. You gotta be quick. You gotta be tight.
Especially if you're going to be reading off of a paper, you should be able to tighten that up as much as possible. I didn't like how they were both just reading from the paper. I get it was a tournament. I don't know if they had multiple battles that night.
Yeah,
but that did take away from it for me for a little bit. But
Tori, I feel like she was kind of using it almost like Jimmy Carr does. It is like it's a setup to get there.
Yeah,
you know?
This one's gonna be bad.
Right. With the Hannah, I feel like she was actually reading on script a little bit.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like Stuart in the Barcelona battle against Ollie. The back half of the battle, I felt like Hannah was kind of coming back a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, obviously at that point the judges at this point were saying well, there's no way this woman's coming back.
Yeah.
But she's saving face at the end though.
Yeah.
Big pop at the end there.
I will say, as a person who doesn't like to have notes or phones or anything on stage, and I know it can be scary and it's hard to memorize. I know it's hard to do, but it frees you up so much to perform your joke instead of reading your joke, and it makes a huge amount of difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, she stayed in the pocket too with even reading on the paper after you're getting knocked the fuck out sometimes. Just thank you, this person. You're like, okay, what the fuck's going on? I need you off script on this.
I loved the little. She said something about her mom, and then she goes, "Ha ha." The way Ryan Coen said "lol" earlier,
he had dementia.
Such a funny.
She said Hannah gets beat by her parents. Oh my God, Logan.
I love this battle. I did spend the first 2 minutes trying to figure out if Hannah was a midget or not. She's got a midget head.
I believe they're both very tall because we've seen Tori a lot because of this.
That's what threw me off.
Tournament.
They zoomed in on her head. I'm like, oh, she's a midget.
They both look like Queen Horse Girl.
No, they killed the Nay when they come. Nay when she comes killed me, and then the eats her pussy through a catcher's mask. These guys killed it.
Yeah,
great joke writing. You hit on it, but that word economy is so important. Nailed it.
Yeah, but towards the end, as Jeff Ross would say, they were prancing up there.
And then I will say for Tori Ward, this battle now puts her in the lead for fantasy points this season, and she's somebody that wasn't on many people's radars.
No, she's new.
She's still new. Available in 2 of the 3 fantasy leagues that are on the Patreon. If you're not on the Patreon, check it out. There's going to be a lot of new stuff coming to the Patreon. Myself and Paige are being a part of that. I'm going to be running the weekly hangouts. We'll be having a roast battler from anywhere around the world coming to join. We'll be doing that every week. And then I'm also going to be doing a new show called RBL Roundtable, maybe, where we'll have veterans like Paige Wesley, Dan Wicks, Mike Eaton, whatever, and going over the top stories of the current season.
Love it. Yes. RBL Roundtable.
And Helen Kay and I will be splitting the writers' workshops where Helen will be working with the international ones. I'll be working with the U.S. ones.
Guys, get on Patreon. A lot of fun stuff.
Nasty Nate Welch will be running the Zoom battles that we do on Patreon
Really?
as well. Yeah.
Playa.
So
wow.
join the Patreon.
There's a lot of stuff going on here. We got some teaching. We've got some topical talk over there. Some gut filled, really. And Nasty Nate Welch is now the new referee for the Zoom battles. That is fun stuff, everybody.
Yep.
All right. We've done what, 6 battles?
Yep. Last one.
And now we're down to number
Last one. This is a battle you were there for, Moses.
New York. We just said the most consistent city, Chicago, showing us why. But obviously, everybody loves New York. Some of the best writers in the game. These are 2 of the best in New York, and you're going to see why right now. This was at our RBL showcase in New York at the Cellar. This is John Ajota, the Boogeyman, versus Dan Wicks.
Please don't stand so close to me. All right. Guys, be nice. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Is it cool if I hang out over here? So you guys might recognize Dan as that guy that hugs your girlfriend goodbye slightly too long. No, Dan is like the only school shooter whose rampage you could stop by asking him nicely.
John seems like his least favorite part of a school shooting is missing school. All right. John's posture is offensive to me. We get it. You can stand up straight and still. Okay. Yeah. John seems way too excited to be making fun of a guy with a disability. He thinks everyone in here is disabled because you're capable of empathy.
Doesn't this look like whoever wins gets to be president of the anime club? But, Dan says he has Tourette's, okay? But I think he's just from Long Island and excited to say his next racial slur. You dothead. He's like the James Bond of autism, you know? Shaken, not stirred.
It's true, I do shake, and when I shake, I'm doing an impression of John waiting to get his hand called on in class.
We're like 30 years old. We got
I didn't grow out of it. Okay, anyway, John's ethnicity is Indian American Psycho.
Oh, good.
Yeah. John told me he hates trans women because he hates seeing penises on his toilet camera.
Listen, I like to watch what I like to watch, okay? So... All right. Dan was conceived during an earthquake, I assume. But okay. Let's get serious. All right. So Dan's father was in the World Trade Center on 9/11, 2001, and he made it out. He made it out safely. Thank God. He made it out safely. But he was really traumatized. Like, can you imagine how shaken up he must have been? And you know what they say, like father, like son.
Yeah, John's dad was there too. He was flying in a Slurpee. Yeah. Yeah, earthquake. We call that the Wixter scale.
What's
right.
worse, being called the boogeyman or the Wixter?
Right now, it seems like the boogeyman.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, speaking of dads, John's dad left when he was a kid, which, to be clear, is not his fault. It's not, no. I found out why his dad left, and the reason his dad left is that his mom is a fat whore. And I don't think that's his fault.
You know what? True. All right. If you guys knew her, but so believe it, I've known Dan for a long time, and this might sound hard to believe. He is amazing with women. Okay, he's incredible at making women come. He just sticks his finger up there and sets himself to high. And he's dishwasher safe.
Yes, I make women come, but John makes women, thank you, come again.
That's fucking racist, dude.
Speaking of racism, a lot of Indian parents put a lot of pressure on their kids to become doctors. John's a comedian. Because it turns out laughter is the best medicine when you grow up without a dad.
You know what? Next time we'll aim the plane for the ground floor. Next time, okay? Man, this is exhausting. I don't know. I'm out of. Okay. Incredible cardio. But can I just take a breath for one? Oh, thank you. So Dan's dad is a math teacher now, and here's a math problem for you. If a plane is approaching a tower at 500 miles per hour, how fast does Dan's dad need to get home early enough to find me fucking his wife?
Too bad your dad didn't want to fuck his wife. All right. Yeah. Doesn't John seem like he could kick my ass in Yu-Gi-Oh? This is a true thing about John. Actually, one time John was able to have sex with a woman by playing rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, that's true. It was ironic because usually brown guys throw rock after she fucks someone else.
Wow. Okay.
That's the number one battle of the week. That is Dan Wicks, John Ajota, the boogeyman Dan Wicks versus the Wickster, John Ajota. Did that backwards on purpose, guys. That was the best battle of the showcase there in New York. Best battle in the world this week. Why?
I think so far it's the best battle of the season. That was so fun. I loved their chemistry. Like I'm guessing they're friends.
They're in AP chemistry together.
Yes, absolutely. That was so much fun to watch. I felt like they each had something for whatever that was said about them, and it was so fun watching them go back and forth. They're two of the best in the world, and putting them on. By the way, can we shout out the Comedy Cellar stage? Like that's so cool that you were doing the roast battle at the Comedy Cellar.
Not the first time, guys. We did have a television show where we did that. Yamanika battled JP McDade. This is just the new class. This is the Tiny Toons era.
But seeing the new class at it is so fun, and these are two of the best from the new class. So deserved number one battle.
Yeah.
I mean, in the room, Wicks was kicking Ajota's ass, but watching this back, it does feel a little closer. Ajota is just so good and smooth. Everything rolls off his back. He's always very well written, very poised. But this kind of got him out of his element because Wicks is a lot, and then he even breaks the fourth wall at the end. And just like
it's exhausting.
This is exhausting, and it felt. I was It's a 3-minute battle, and you're like, is this 15 minutes long?
Yeah.
These are great, but I'm like, I'm beat up right now with these jokes, or it's just Dan moving because it gives you.
Dan got his 1,000 steps in that battle.
He looks like he's playing Dance Dance Revolution just below the screen cut off.
Yeah, usually bright flashing lights, but that will give you epilepsy just watching Dan do that.
I do think that Dan is one of those people that really shines depending on their opponent, which is pretty unique.
I agree.
Where there are some battles where it's like, I feel like people don't know what to do with Dan. And I feel like John is a little out of his element here because John usually dominates. He like stays in the pocket, dark, low affect, low emotion. He's not playing a likability game. And this is the polar opposite. And I feel like we see Dan just like dial it up even more. And it dominates the battle. It takes over. This was so fun to watch.
He came to play. It was like you knew who he was going against. We always talk about his show. We never talk about Wicks. This was Wicks. Like it's not his coming out party.
Yeah.
Obviously he's been out, but I mean, like this is. Hey, you guys never talk about me. I can beat your boy.
Yeah.
This is somebody you're talking about.
This was great. Yeah.
So, hi, Wicks. You're the guy.
Wicks was awesome. That was so cool to watch. I want to see a picture of his calves. If he's doing that all the time, he must have
just rock hard.
Yeah, they're shredded.
That's just because,
I'm gonna steal them.
Just jealous Snickers veins up the back.
He killed it. Like, watching him just like, he basically just transferred where he would twitch. He would try and stand still, and his hand would go nuts. It was so much fun to watch. His energy was super infectious. I loved that battle.
Yeah,
that
it was
probably
great.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he was doing looks like what you should be doing, like with the springs, like kind of bouncing back and forth. Yeah, very springboarded. But that was the number one battle of the week. New York, congratulations on this week on probably the best RBL Weekly ever. Week 7 of Roast Battle League Season 3. We love it. Josh Means, Paige Wesley, shooting your specials tonight.
Yeah, very
coming out
excited.
later this year. We're excited. You guys are excited. What else we got here,
Let's
Josh?
check the standings. After this week, we have in the U.S. West, still on top, the Bay Area. This was the first week the Bay Area didn't rank. I'm upset, but
Just trying to get past this part. I really was trying to get rid of this episode. Yeah.
You got Bay Area in the lead with 29 points. Los Angeles right on their heels, 26.5. Austin in third with 21, and Denver just way behind with
Nipping
3.
on our heels, Austin. I like what you're doing out there. You guys do have some of the strongest players in the league. Austin, we're worried about you. But 26.5 for Los Angeles. I'm liking that.
And then
in the East.
In the East, we've got a tie for first place right now. Chicago and New York, both with 26.
Welcome back, New York. Welcome back.
And then Atlanta with 7, and Cleveland still looking to get on the board.
I mean, just blank.
They had a great battle this week. If they would have submitted their battle any other week, I feel like it would have been a top 4 battle.
Last week too, they had a great battle last week that came in 8th. Like it was so close. I ranked it. A couple other people didn't, but like, yeah, they'll get on there. I believe in Cleveland.
They try the hardest out of everybody in the
do,
league. Yeah,
they
I feel
do.
like they have a lot of people. Yeah,
They'll
or they
get
just need to. You need to go back.
No, he's Milwaukee.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Moving over to the International West, we got Barcelona with a huge lead, 28 points. Scotland with 7 in second. Vancouver has 1 point, and Toronto still looking to get on the board.
Wow, the Cleveland of the International West. Toronto.
And then on the International East, we've got a closer matchup. We've got Manchester in first with 15. Tokyo in second with 12, and then London in third with 4, Sydney with 2.
Everybody scored. International East, U.S. West, everybody scored. U.S. East, International West. It's just Cleveland, Toronto. They're still zilch. Nada, nothing.
Now, Toronto was fairly strong last season. I could see them scoring, and Cleveland has been so close the last 2 weeks.
Listen,
I will say,
opening day of the season, we had a great Toronto battler, but
we did.
That battle wasn't submitted for some reason by the Bay Area.
That's because we had 8 fantastic battles, and you only let us send in 4.
I tried to get Pat to let me submit a battle for Toronto, but he wouldn't.
It was a great battle. I think
such
Toronto
a
should be on the
fun
board.
battle.
Cleveland believes they should be on the board too because their guy.
They had a couple good ones
They
too.
beat Tom Goss, the Roast Battle League LA champion right now, so they deservedly believe they should be on here. Toronto, I think Will Christensen is their MVP, but they've got some stuff coming out with Sarah Ashby and
absolutely
Hershon, so it's gonna be some fun out there.
And then It's the wild card. First year of the wild card. Let's look at that race. As of right now, Los Angeles is beating Chicago or New York City by a half point.
It is a tight race.
For that U.S. wild card spot.
Austin coming in third there. Bringing up the rear is Atlanta and the U.S. wild card. L.A., we have to keep getting, let's be consistent here, okay? We need some more, ever since Paige left, she took calories, she took wins with her.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on right now, but we're a half-point lead right now. Chicago, New York nipping on our heels. They've got a lot of tournament battles. They've got the number one fantasy points getter right now with Torrey Ward, so I'm a little worried about Chicago. New York, always worried, but Austin too.
And then the international wild card, Tokyo is currently in the lead, beating out Scotland, London, and Sydney for that third spot.
Wow, good job, Tokyo. Way to just kind of like just Jay Yamaki it for like the international wild card. It's just like we're gonna need like 7 points this week. Let's go put Jay Yamaki.
But if you look at what Austin did, they had 3 weeks in a row where they scored 20 points in 3 weeks.
There are also Tokyo battlers we have not seen yet on the countdown this season. We haven't even seen submitted yet this season that absolutely could put up points.
Okay.
So they've got a deeper bench.
And Scotland is kind of that, they're that silent killer. I mean, London. I mean, we know London
you always
the first
know
2 seasons.
London's,
I mean, the first season London. You got London. What the fuck? Anyway, 4 points. Sydney, whatever. Listen, man, this is a hell of a week. Thank you guys so much for shooting specials tonight. Thank you, Logan. Whatever. Josh Means, Paige Wesley, it's all about you guys. RBL Presents, Bay Area Royalty, the number one city in the league with me right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a long season, but we're going to try and make it happen.
Yeah, you would be you guys presenting the best week of battles for the best
that we're not even on.
Yeah.
Still number one. I hate that they're still number one. They weren't even on this week.
Moneyball, fool. Moneyball.
RoastBattleLeague.com. Get merch. Buy tickets. We're coming to your city. We're doing a lot of live streams. Let's roast!